If your garden border feels a little flat or one-dimensional, adding tall perennials might be just what it needs. These towering beauties create instant structure, depth, and drama, drawing the eye upward and giving your planting design a bold, finished look. In this video, I'll share 7 of the best tall perennials that not only bring height, but also color, texture, and movement to your borders. Whether you're looking to frame a walkway, soften a fence line, or simply add vertical impact to your planting beds, these perennials deliver. They're long-lasting, reliable, and return year after year with minimal effort. Let's dive in and take your garden borders to the next level. First up is the Majestic delphinium, a classic tall perennial that brings elegance and vertical drama to any garden border. With their tall flower spikes reaching 4 to 6 feet, they make an unforgettable statement in early to midsummer. Their deeply saturated blooms and upright habit add instant height and visual rhythm to sunny beds. Delphiniums grow best in rich, well-drained soil and full sun, with some shelter from strong winds. Their foliage is deeply lobed and stays neat at the base, helping anchor the plant in mixed plantings. Because of their height, they're perfect for the back of borders or framing focal points in cottage-style gardens. These stately plants pair beautifully with shorter companions like salvias, catmint, or lady's mantle. Their blooms also make stunning cut flowers for indoor arrangements. If you want graceful height that draws the eye upward, delphiniums deliver a truly show-stopping effect. Next is the charming hollyhock, a classic tall perennial that brings vintage character and vertical lift to garden borders. Growing up to 6 to 8 feet tall, hollyhocks create a dramatic backdrop of single or double blooms that rise along tall, leafy stalks. They're perfect for cottage gardens, fence lines, or the very back of sunny borders. Hollyhocks grow best in full sun and well-drained soil, with plenty of air circulation to prevent rust. Their broad, textured leaves add fullness at the base, while the flowers rise in elegant vertical rows. These towering plants often bloom from mid to late summer, attracting bees, butterflies, and even hummingbirds. They're stunning when planted in clusters or along walls where they can lean and sway naturally. While technically short-lived perennials or biennials, hollyhocks often reseed themselves, returning each year with little effort. For timeless height and nostalgic garden charm, hollyhocks never go out of style. Number 3 is the Enchanting foxglove, a tall perennial that brings elegance, vertical height, and a touch of wild beauty to any border. Its bell-shaped flowers bloom along tall, upright spikes that can reach 3 to 5 feet, swaying gently above other plants. Foxgloves bloom from late spring to early summer and are especially attractive to bees. They prefer partial shade but can also thrive in full sun with adequate moisture and rich, well-drained soil. Their soft, woolly foliage stays low, while the flower stalks rise above, adding movement and vertical interest. Foxgloves fit beautifully into woodland edges, mixed borders, or tucked behind low-growing perennials. However, it's important to note, all parts of the foxglove plant are toxic if ingested to humans and pets. While it's safe to grow with proper awareness, it's best to avoid planting it where curious children or animals play. For gardeners who love tall, graceful flowers and don't mind giving it a respectful space, foxglove adds stunning architectural beauty. At number 4 are the striking lupine, tall perennials that bring bold color and a sculptural quality to garden borders. Their tall spires of pea-like flowers bloom in late spring to early summer, rising up to 3 or 4 feet above the foliage. They offer a cottage garden feel with a more upright, formal shape that helps guide the eye upward. Lupines grow best in full sun and cool, well-drained soil, and they thrive in regions with mild summers. Their palm-shaped leaves form a dense mound at the base, giving the plant a full, layered look. Lupine attracts bees, butterflies, and other pollinators, making them a wildlife-friendly border choice. They work beautifully planted in groups for a bold color statement or mixed with lower-growing companions like coreopsis or salvias. Keep in mind they may not be long-lived, but many varieties will reseed themselves in ideal conditions. If you're looking to add height, color, and pollinator action to your borders, lupine is a brilliant pick. Next up is the bold and tropical canna, a tall perennial that adds instant drama and lush texture to sunny garden borders. With its large, paddle-shaped leaves and bright, showy flowers, canna can reach heights of 4 to 6 feet or more in one growing season. It brings a striking vertical presence and a tropical vibe that stands out beautifully in mixed plantings. Canna thrives in full sun and moist, well-drained soil, and it grows especially well in hot, humid climates. The foliage alone is a statement, available in shades of green, bronze, or variegated patterns, and the blooms come in vivid reds, oranges, yellows, and pinks. They typically bloom from midsummer through fall, adding late-season color when other plants are starting to fade. Cannas are technically tender perennials, so in colder zones, the rhizomes should be dug up and stored for winter. They're fantastic near patios, back borders, or even along water features. If you want height, texture, and bold blooms all in one plant, canna delivers with flair. Number 6 is the ever-reliable salvia, a tall, sun-loving perennial that brings long-lasting color and movement to garden borders. With upright flower spikes reaching 2 to 4 feet, salvia adds vertical interest without overwhelming nearby plants. It blooms from early summer into fall, often reblooming with a light trim after the first flush. Salvia thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, and it's highly drought-tolerant once established. The fragrant foliage deters deer and rabbits, while the flowers attract bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds. Its tidy, upright habit makes it a favorite for both formal and informal garden styles. Salvia pairs beautifully with grasses, coneflowers, or rudbeckias for a layered, textural border. It's also one of the easiest perennials to grow and maintain throughout the season. If you're after height, color, and pollinator-friendly beauty, salvia is a must-have in sunny borders. Rounding out the list is the elegant agapanthus, also known as lily of the Nile, a tall perennial prized for its globe-like blooms and graceful structure. Rising 2 to 4 feet tall, agapanthus produces rounded clusters of star-shaped flowers on sturdy stems, adding height and architectural interest to sunny borders. It typically blooms in mid to late summer, just when many other perennials are winding down. This plant thrives in full sun and well-drained soil, and it's highly tolerant of heat and drought once established. Its strappy, green foliage stays neat throughout the season, creating a clean base for the dramatic flower stalks. The blooms come in shades of blue, purple, or white, and are long-lasting both in the garden and as cut flowers. Agapanthus works beautifully in mass plantings along fences or in mixed perennial beds. In colder zones, it's often grown in containers and overwintered indoors. For a low-maintenance, tall perennial that adds rhythm and elegance, agapanthus is the perfect finishing touch. That's it for our top 7 tall perennials to elevate your garden borders. These plants bring structure, color, and lasting beauty, perfect for making your borders feel full and finished. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Garden Sprout for more easy garden inspiration every week. See you next time!